Alright, me and Pat are here at the, well, Kenosha Southport Lighthouse. Is it the island, Southport?
Yep.
Yeah, so the Southport Island. And we bought a magnet, 250-pound magnet. We're going to see if we can find anything. Magnet fishing. Ready?
Yep. The name is Simmons Island at this point in time, but when this was built, this whole city or area was called Southport.
Oh, okay. So it was Southport.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think they renamed the island in honor of Gilbert Simmons, a prominent citizen from the 1800s who created a lot of business and was benevolent for the city.
Yeah. I just realized a lot of fog came in. I love that. Oh, look at that building over there. It's all disappeared with the fog.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a bridge over there. I think we should walk over there and see if anything's dropping anything. Maybe some murder weapons. And then there's a bunch of like piers and stuff out there, so we can go out there if we don't find anything. And I see no boats coming, so that's good. I love the color of the water. It's pretty beautiful. Alright, we spent about 10 minutes here. We haven't found anything. But, it's just kind of worried about hitting a boat or something like that if someone's like sailing underneath it, because it is a Sunday and people would be out here. So let's go down there. Check out that area. Oh, ha! Hey, I got steel toe boots. Look at that. Really clean water, really clean. Do you dare me to hit one of those nails in that pylon?
Yeah, I'll see if you can do it.
Close. That was my fault.
Hi. So we didn't find anything, but we're kind of like looking around the area, and I guess that sign wasn't very important, whatever it said. I'm just looking. For the first time in my whole life, I've seen this a million times, but so it looks to me like when the lighthouse was built, the right side was the lightkeeper's home, and then at some point in time they modified it, brought it out, put a whole other side on it with the red brick. So that's interesting.
It's interesting because there's like two houses.
Yep, 153 years old.
Yeah, let's go look at the lighthouse up close. Because God knows we're probably not going to actually find anything today. We're just going to find the stuff that's above the water, which I'm fine with.
Well, that's interesting, Brent. A signaling tower.
Oh,
So,
almost like a semaphore telegraph or whatever the term is.
So, early 1900s, they started using signaling flags for the mariners. They could look at them with their telescope.
Yeah.
And look at it would just, instead of winching it up.
So they could be like, oh, warning, storm coming in or whatever.
Yeah. And it's all counterbalanced, so we could tip it quickly and then tip it back up.
That's really cool. $1866. You know, I can't remember the name of the lighthouse, but it's like the one that was built like 4 times off the coast of the United Kingdom. And I think the second one they built in that shape. And that's the first one, like, where the idea for doing that stuck. And since it works so well there, a lot of lighthouses stuck with that design.
So the Cream City bricks from the Milwaukee Valley.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it, but there they are.
And those definitely are Cream City bricks. Really
Do
nice.
they look like the ones from the beach house?
Yeah. This looks like those actually are Cream City. Hey, look at this. A little window. It's adorable. Those are the windows. I bet there's a staircase going up there.
Sure.
And look how thick the walls are. The base is like 3 feet thick.
Well, it's in relatively good shape, 150 some years old.
Yeah. Must have been a building here of some sort. Or just a embankment, I don't know. Isn't that weird to think that now you couldn't see this because of all the buildings around it?
Yeah.
Unless, was this moved? Was it moved?
No, that's
Okay.
where it was. Always been here.
It's really beautiful. I love that. And that's also the same Cream City brick. Looks like it's a little like museum in there. Look at that front porch. It's beautiful. Look at that crane. Now that is a beautiful crane. It's gorgeous.
Built this lighthouse to replace that one.
Oh yeah, because that one was too far inland, right?
Yeah, so they put this out, and a long time ago it just had like narrow concrete run out to it. It was originally brick. It was falling apart, and they wrapped it like an iron or steel and put bands around it.
Yeah.
And then automated it so no one had to actually stay there. And then probably about 40 years ago, they drove in all this steel piling siding here,
Yeah.
and packed it with concrete. Every now and then.
That's interesting. So it's actually pieces that link together.
Yep. Yeah, so you bring out that steel and you can drive it down with a pile driver.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Interlocked and just fill it all in with concrete.
I imagine they probably truck sand in here to keep this beach. Or this might be the spot where they dump the dredged sand, right?
Yeah, this is actually pretty nice. I don't remember it being quite this big.
Looks like a spot where they'd have it a bit artificial.
So there's breakwater out there, and then probably the water's 10 or 12 feet deep.
Yeah.
Around that. It's this big shallow basin right here. It's always cold though. People go in there in the summertime, but I think they're a little bit crazy.
You know, it's all a bit too nice here. Perhaps we should find an odd, like, industrial site near the lake. That would probably have a lot more interesting junk. It looks like it might be, probably has other people magnet fishing also. So are those ladders? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they are.
Ladders.
Nice.
In case you fall in.
Yep.
When it's nice out, kids jump in, climb back up them. I recall this period of time where it was quite a craze to ride bicycles off of this into the water and then hoist it all back out.
That's hilarious. I'd do that.
Yeah, usually, I mean, in the summertime, you can count that water being about 60, 65 degrees. So it won't kill you, but it's darn cold.
You aren't wont to overheat when you're here.
No.
Oh, those are kind of cool. Kind of bent a little bit. I like that shape.
Oh yeah.
Not straight. Yeah, you can really tell that they really steeled it up or ironed it up.
Yep.
So it's brick underneath?
Yep.
Neat.
Just wasn't holding up to the elements.
Yeah. Looks like the steel isn't even holding up very well either.
No, but it's very old. It's probably 100 years old now. Maybe 110.
Yep.
Huge, loud foghorns in that thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, they used to sound. I wonder if they turned it off. 'Cause truthfully, you think they'd be going right now.
Yeah. Why would they have foghorns? For just during fog?
Yeah, for ships to know they were getting close to this.
Now they have GPS. You don't really need anything like that.
Right. A lot of people will take their small boat out and anchor to that break wall and sit out there and just fish off of that.
Yeah.
Kind of peaceful, you know. So the idea, block the northeastern waves from getting into this harbor too much. But this can really roil up, as you can imagine.
Yeah, yeah. I can imagine if with this being a flat wall, it could really shoot up.
Yes.
When it hits it.
I've spent so much time out here. You know how you talked about how many hours you spent in Final Fantasy? I probably spent 1,000, 2,000 hours out here over my life fishing. And that wouldn't be...
I'm surprised, you know, since you're like, your kids have moved on and everything, like, well, except for one. So you're not having to, like, you're kind of in like semi-retirement. You're getting back in like a little more independent with your wife, going to do different things. You could probably get back into fishing, probably.
You know, I've actually thought about it when we take vacations one of these days. I'd like to go trout fishing again, do some stuff like that. Probably wouldn't spend the amount of time I used to, but I could do more quality now. You know, I could buy a nicer rig, go nicer places. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Because, like, why did you stop fishing? Just because you had a family and you had all that kind of stuff you had to do, just didn't have much spare time?
Moved to California when I was 28 years old, and I was so busy working.
Yeah.
And it was hard. And then if it was so expensive to do anything like that out there that I kind of got out of it. And once you quit doing something for 10, 12 years, you know.
Yeah, you don't get back into it. You just don't even think about it.
Right. And you saw the pictures, right, of all the fish I was holding and all of that.
And your toolbox.
Yep, yep. Used to be my big thing.
Did you lose the mustache in California too?
No, I kept the mustache all the way through my airline career. Oh. And the day that I was coming up here for my interview to work at the power company, I decided to shave it off.
Oh, funny.
I thought they might be conservative.
Yeah.
And the truth was maybe it was a good idea to shave it off for that interview, but I could have kept it.
Yep. It's all up to style. A lot of birds here.
This whole other side now, it's nice now. It's a park, and you saw the trolley
Yeah.
But it used to be.
That was the AMC American Motor Company factory?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole thing was a giant car factory where they made Ramblers and then Gremlins and Hornets and Pacers, and it was hard to get out there because there was no walkway. To get all the way to the end there, you had to walk across rocks like we did that one day down by Southport. And we would actually do it. You know, we'd take half an hour with pails and stuff and walk across those rocks and get to the end. And you know, everybody that fishes always thinks the spot where they're not at is better.
Yeah.
You know,
like you're over here trying to fish, and then like, oh, I should have gone over there. Then you go over there, it's like, oh, I should come back here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's the same with metal detecting. Same way with, well, evidently magnet fishing too. Ah, fuck it, it's too like foggy and nice to.
If you really think about it, magnet fishing's hard.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you actually have to make physical contact with something.
Within an inch or two.
Yeah. Now
Within a half an inch.
With the fish will actually attack the lure, you know, so they can see it from,
yeah,
you know, from a distance.
Sorry, just terrorizing the birds.
Yeah, I used to do that.
I'm fucking wet today. I wonder what sorts of things are in here though. Huge steel plate. Well guys, we didn't find anything with the magnet, but we did find some lighthouses, so that's pretty fun. We can try again probably in a more industrial area because this place looks like it's a bit too cleaned up and maybe not so much stuff to find. However, there's a few docks back there, so we might try that. But it's getting a bit cold. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.